Think we're doing it here. I think we got it. I think we got some streaming action going on. Let's see. Get some viewers in here. Oh yeah, here we go. There's Brad. All right, Nina, what's up? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Let's see if we can get a little bit better of a camera angle here. Kind of do that thing. How's everybody doing? Yeah, good. Yeah, there's Rick. How's it going, Rick? Happy Monday. Yeah. Pickup, soul. Man, I have to say, you guys are bragging about the tone. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna shameless plug. It's this compressor. Check it out. I'm using my new board that did a video on, and this is with the compressor. Tasty, juicy tone. Here's without the compressor. With the compressor. Without. With. Without. With. Yeah. Oh, I can't see the picking hand. I got a new setup, guys, so bear with me. And I don't know if you'd rather see my face or the picking hand. Probably the picking hand. My face is not that good, dude. Not that good. A is the key of the day today. Check this out. it's like this, you know. Yeah. Yeah, Loris is saying the Sir ML single coils. Nah, these are the V60s. These are super super low output. You can hear it. I've got my signature Wampler thing kind of set for an EJism. That kind of thing, you know. Those kind of isms, you know. Kind of nice with the volume down a little bit too. Just a little bit of top. Justin Music and Fitness is asking how I'm getting that warm sound. It's really simple. That amp, that bell up, and then my pedal board, which is, let's see if I can do this without it. Just kind of, let's go right here. So that board right there. Yeah. And then my Step Brothers t-shirt, which is exponentially cooler than anything. Yeah. So the pedal board looks really extreme, but it's just a switcher. The only pedal that's on right now is the Wampler prototype Overdrive, and the delays are coming from the Universal Audio aux. So it's really, you know, definitely kind of EJ-esque, you know. DoD grunge pedal coming in hot. And then just for fun, I've got one of these Andy Timmons pedals. It's really kind of more bright. It's more like shreddy for the Timmons thing. It looks like these frets are so big, but they're really not. These are just normal frets. Like maybe when the guitar is at this angle, it doesn't look as ferocious. They're just shiny, you know. Yeah, this is the Timmonsy pedal. I don't know if I can play that today. What is it? Something like that. That's my my Timmonsy for the day. Yeah, let me kick this back up. I'm going to start restringing. Is that okay if we just kind of hang out and I get some restringing going on? I'm sorely overdue here for it. So let me get some strings on these things. I'll start knocking back some questions. While I'm doing this, I figured this year that my resolution would be hanging out with you guys in real time a lot more. The video content's fun. It's cool. I love that you guys are getting some stuff out of it. But what's really the coolest is to hang out with you guys. And I've not taken advantage of that because, truth be told, my computer was on its last legs, and I have a new computer and a new webcam, and the money that you guys donated to the cause via Patreon and Super Chats and things like this, I used that money to improve the rig for you guys. So now I can stream in real time and have better tone and everything for you guys. So, yeah, it's all about you folks. And I figured if I'm going to change some strings, let's just freaking hang out, you know? I think I saw Jim Hoffman jumping in here. I was gonna make a photo for Jim, but he sent me something for Christmas that is absolutely too cool for school. Okay, so Jim sent this, and holy cow, how freaking cool is that thing, dude? And, I mean, is this not the freaking best? So this is going to get a place. I actually moved the amps over. I'm going to put it right there. So yeah, this is going up on the wall. This is way too cool for school. Jim, I hate that you jumped in a stream and saw it, and I didn't get to do it proper for you. But yeah, put some strings on this thing. This is the the main like country redneck workhorse out of my stable of weaponry. It needs some strings really bad. So let's do it. While we got that going, let's roll over to the live chat and just take a look at some questions. Hope everyone's having a great day. Figure we kick one of these going, you know. Here's the, yeah, look at that shirt, dude. Come on. You know, proud of that. Live streams are fun because you have no idea what's going to happen, how long it's going to go. Noel says everything's on guitar. Everything I do sounds on guitar sounds like me. Man, that's awesome. Thank you, dude. And Deacon said it's cool to hear me on a Strat. Yeah, it's surprising for clients. I play a lot of Strat stuff. For sessions and clients, I end up doing tons of Strat stuff because it's so it's just always a great guitar for leads when you're trying not to sound like guitar solo. Like, it's weird because the tones that I'll set up and I'll use a lot for my solo stuff don't really translate that well for session stuff. You know, they're always too big, and the tones are like great lead tones, but they're too big for sessions, if that makes sense. So I guess that's a bit of advice if anybody wanted to maybe take something into consideration. Is like when you get your tones so huge, you don't really end up sitting in a mix very well. And that's meant to be, if you're the mix guy, if it's your show, then yeah, you take up the whole mix. I'm using this stuff for the neck. That's okay. But if you're not the feature, then it's not the best to have a tone that's gigantic, right? Because you end up swallowing up the rest of the mix. That goes, Justin, that's what I was saying, Justin Music and Fitness, where he's like talking about the warm sound, that big fat sound. That's really awesome when you're playing solo stuff. But when you go to play with a band, you need to shave some stuff down if you're not the lead, like if you're not the feature. Like my stuff, my solo instrumental stuff, like when we tour, I'm always like, it's like my guitar is the lead singer. You know what I mean? So it's okay for it to have all the frequencies. But if I'm in a band or kind of even just sitting in with some friends at a bar band or something under Northern Blues Jams or whatever, just hanging and picking, I end up using less of that big, fat, huge thing. Greetings from the UK. Greetings to the UK. Yeah. Soul to Soul says, what overdrive do you use? I use 3. I use 3 overdrives. Not all at the same time. I use them all individually. But one is the BB preamp. One is the Wampler prototype. I almost said the name. We're so close to releasing it. I almost said the name of it, but I can't say it yet. The Wampler prototype. And then the third one is the Andy Timmons pedal, just for like shredalicious stuff. When I'm using amps like that EVH behind me or that Diesel, I don't use any overdrive pedals, or rarely. I like to get those amps just ripping loud. Different kind of thing, you know? Different kind of thing. Let's scroll on down here through the super chat. Nicholas, how you doing? He's chiming in. He says, dude, you're a monster. Thank you. I don't know about that. Instructor pointed me your way, and I went down the YouTube rabbit hole. Good stuff. Thanks, man. To make it easier on the old rabbit hole and the YouTube isms, I have a whole playlist of things from my personal collection that I actually approve of my own playing. Obviously, there's cell phone camera video stuff out there that's, you know, good or bad or whatever, but it's somebody else's opinion. If you go to my playlists on my channel, I advise you to stay here and hang out with us. But if you want to just surf around, go to the playlist and then go to performances on the channel. You can see some videos of us picking and doing things at surf factories. There might be some Rascal Flatts stuff in there. I'm not sure what all's in that thing, but yeah. So let's see. Okay, Roy, any tips for picking up the feel of Steve Morse's cross-picking technique? Okay, I was actually going to talk about some of that stuff today too when I get some ropes on this. But while I'm stringing, I want to give you guys some advice on the picking hand stuff. Don't obsess ever about what it looks like, because I've said this a million times. But Steve Morse's right hand doesn't look anything like John Petrucci's or Guthrie Govin's and Al Di Meo's and Tony Rice. They all can alternate pick their butts off. Guys get caught up a lot with like what it looks like, you know, and not what it sounds like or how it feels. Sometimes I overwind with this. It's always... There we go. So like with the cross-picking thing, let's see if we can screw back. The Steve Morse thing, I think you're wanting that thing. We can just go back and forth. So for me, it's about maintaining that level of relaxation. You've got, it's very much just getting your body in a situation. I'm not warmed up, so that feels stressful, but like getting your hands in a position where you're comfortable doing something fast. Like, you know how you can just shake your hand or whatever and it's fast. It's like you're comfortable with it. It's just it's like getting that same thing down with hitting a string or wiggling your fingers or whatever. The trick is, guys end up practicing all of this stuff at a really, really, really slow tempo and never being able to achieve the up-tempo stuff. You have to practice fast. You have to practice playing fast. Like, that's a thing. So if your target tempo is 150, like 16th notes at 150, then you need to practice at like 130 and just fall on your face and keep changing the way it feels until it feels right. I never practice with a metronome. I mean, I do for working out a lick or something like that, but I never like worked on tempo and speed playing with a metronome. So I hope that was of some help. Question about Skankbanger. Yeah, all shows are just on a hiatus, whether that be Skankbanger or my solo stuff or the Kennedy Wood Band. I actually was talking to Dave Kennedy this morning. We're been doing some writing via internet and Zoom and stuff, and just trying to get through this freaking cove. Stupid. Hate it. I'm ready to be out on the road. I'm ready to be playing music for you guys again in person. But until we can do that, this is what we got. We got streaming. So I'm glad we got it, though. Because what would have happened if this had been in the 70s? That would have really sucked. At least now we got some technology to kind of help navigate the loneliness of it. Yeah, I used the Adarios, these XTs, using that. Chris Quires says Les Paul is the real tone. As in the guy? I mean, the guy's incredible. But as the guitar, I mean, that's just like saying Corvettes are a real car. I mean, they are. Les Pauls are real tone. I love Les Pauls, but like, you're never going to get a Les Paul to sound like a Telecaster. You're never going to get a Les Paul to sound like a Tele or a Strat. So it's like, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're after that like spank of a Tele or, that like throatiness of a neck pickup on a Strat, yeah, put the Les Paul in the case. It's not going to happen. Just like if you're after that, like, classic, Gary Moore kind of tone, you're never going to get that out of the Tele. I mean, you can get close, but it's not the same. And some of those really great Skinner tones, like I love that. And some of those Allman Brothers tones, a lot of that Southern rock stuff, you got to have a Les Paul for that. So, I mean, I think I refer, like guitars are like when people say, oh, it's only this. I'm just like, yeah, I mean, to quote Star Wars, only a Sith deals in absolutes. Nothing is the end all be all. String gauge is nines. The reason is I like the snap. I think they're a little flimsy. It's kind of spaghetti wire, but I love the tone. The tone is like so snappy and just like freaking Van Halen and AC/DC, and they all use it. Billy Gibbons, like great stuff. Let's see what else we got. Michael says, I wish to play half as good as you. Oh, man. Thanks. Don't get to play as much. Yeah, okay, so that's a good point. He's talking about not getting to play as much. I think that focus practice is worth more than like 3 hours of running drills or licks, right? Like, you've got to really focus on your practice. And by that, I mean sit down and try to say, what key am I going to play in? What's my time signature? Like when you sit down and practice, a lot of times we sit down and do what I just did, which is just like play a lick. You sit down, you just blast out the licks that you know. And if you're going to practice, you sit with a metronome and you go. And you run it like they're Hail Marys, right? The reality is what's more important to your practice time is saying, okay, what key are we going to be in? D minor. Is it going to have a major 7? Yeah, so it'd be like D minor with a major 7. Or, sorry. That sound, right? And then you say, what's my time signature? 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's far more valuable. Practicing creativity. I think that's more valuable than anything. As far as like trying to work on technique, like what's the technique for? Like guys that ask me about picking, I'm like, well, what is it that you want to play that you can? Is it a song? Or is there something in your head that you're like, yo, I got this sound in my head and I can't get it out? It's like setting goals for yourself. And I don't mean like being like, yeah, I want to be good one day, but setting good goals. Like what do you want to do? Like this is a great question. If you could play like Guthrie Govan, you could like literally play anything on the guitar. What would you choose to play? If you could do anything on it, what would be your choice? Like what kind of music would you make? What would you do? The reality is it wouldn't be like, you probably wouldn't be making just technique focused music because you'd have a better goal, right? Your goal would be more artistic based, right? Like from perspective of like, oh man, I hear this melody in my head and now I can play it or whatever. And that may not be like, it may not be all these notes, right? So I think that's really important. That's a really great question. Really great question. Here we go. I love all your music and YouTube content. Thank you. I'm new to YouTube, so thank you for that. I learned a lot from the Woodshed, and I appreciate the content, so keep it coming. I will. That's what we're doing today, Brandon. On the last two. Here we go. Shannon says, the Makeup and Faded Blue Jeans is awesome. Yeah, we love to play all that Merle Haggard stuff. That was a year that Merle died, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And Merle, to me, is the greatest country artist, singer, songwriter, whatever you want to call it. Like, Merle's my guy. And he always surrounded himself with the best pickers. Like, they could all just play their butts off. So freaking good. Yeah. Dime Bar here says, Imagine Love blows my mind. How was that done in one take? If you're talking about the YouTube video, it's actually 2 takes. I played 2 takes of it and then took the first half of it as one, and then when the crossfade happens, that's the other take for the solo. And it's not that if I remember, I don't think there was anything really wrong with the other solo. I just like that I improvise, so I liked that second take solo better. It had a cooler energy, and it was just one of those, just got lucky. Sometimes you just get lucky with a good take, and that's all there is to it. The thing that's hard is trying to channel energy of a band when you're playing with backing tracks. Like, that sucks. I like a band. I like to be playing with other players, and sometimes trying to channel that energy is very difficult. Very difficult to do with backing tracks. I think that's also like a thing too with like streaming. It's like really hard to channel energy like I would have if you were all just in a class in front of me or at a show or something. It's like so extremely different. Let's see. Get this thing in tune. All right. More questions? Would love to see more exercises for chord tone soloing. Yeah, that's a thing, right? Like, when you say chord tone soloing, do you mean just playing through changes? Or do you mean like chord melody stuff? Because those are 2 different things. And chord melody is something I like to do as a hobby, but I don't consider myself like a master chord melody guy, like, say, like who's a really great, who I like? I like Tuck and Patty. Like, I like Tuck's chord melody stuff. I always thought he played cool stuff. I guess that's just showing like it's really about what you like. It's not really like who has the most grotesque amount of knowledge. There is a guy in Colorado. I'd say there's a guy named Steve Kowalczyk. I went to college with Steve, and now he teaches jazz in Colorado. He's got a pretty disgusting amount of chord melody stuff, especially on bebop and jazz and stuff. Like, that guy's he's pretty freaking nasty, So check out Steve Kowalczyk. I would also say Clint Strong, from Texas. Another guy that played with Merle Haggard, but had great chord melody stuff, just really, really great chord melody stuff. I'm going to get these strings on. We'll do some more picking here. Maybe have some audio to go with my rambles. I warned you, though, in the title. I said we're going to be changing strings. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Oh, I love this guitar. That's cool, Luke. Cool. Yeah. So, I had just a good question here that I just saw, and I freaking messed up. where I was at. Okay. Did I have to take out an insurance policy to cover the medical costs of all the faces I've melted? It's pretty good. I didn't think you were going there with it. I thought you were going to talk insurance on something else. With technique comes choice. Yeah, it's great. Great point. Guthrie Govan is another level. He's a freak show, man. Following changes. Bob says following changes. Yeah, we'll talk about that real quick. Let me do some snips here. The best place to start with following changes is just your old, friendly old blues, right? Most of the first blues progressions I was ever playing were in a more bluegrassy country context, right? I'll show you a little chord progression that's really kind of simple, but I love it so much. Which is, turn this off. It's this bluegrass tune. It's like sitting alone in the moonlight, you know, and then it goes to a 4. Thinking about the days gone by. And it's just 1-4-5-1, except you have a, you got a, like a 7. So like when those chords are coming by, I'm trying to acknowledge all of them. So if I played lead, whatever. So I'm looking at the thirds of every chord. Here's a third. So when I'm in A, I'm looking for C sharps everywhere. And then when it goes to A flat, I'm trying to outline that whole triad. That's almost diminished too, like when you look at it. So you could play regular A. Now you're D. Down to E. You hear how those changes are happening based around the thirds. And then back to A. Kind of approaching everything from that third standpoint. You could do it. You could also work on that by taking the low string, the low A string, and looking at all your chord tones that happen on every other string. So in A, you just learn. There's a great exercise for chord tones, you know. Some Tim and that stuff always. Always going back to that. Another great place for chord tone is like pop tunes, you know, like get you what's a great pop tune? Like I'm a little out of tune still. These new ropes. Let me get in tune real quick. And then we'll talk about chord tones that happen in like Yellow Brick Road. That's what I was kind of noodling on. These new strings are going to give us a fit here until they get stretched out. Might as well just put one of those headstock tuners on for how I'm going to sit here with this thing. I got to restring another one too, so if you guys are cool to hang out, I'm cool to hang out. Here we go. This might be better. Yeah. Like Elton John, right? Just looking at that. So like the melody. Right? Oh, sorry. What is it? That's what it is, right? Right. I think that's it, yeah. So like when I'm trying to think of the melody and play all the chords at the same time, it's not something I've like worked on to the nth degree. I'm just trying to hear the melody line and what's going to go with it to like pair it up, right? Sometimes when my brain gets flustered, I'm trying to do stuff on the fly. It's because I've got more things overlapping, right? Like I'm trying to make an arrangement in real time, right? Like improvise it out. And so like when you're thinking about those melody lines, like that's a good one to look at how. So that section starts on a B flat minor chord. You're playing an F the whole rest of the time, right? Right. And then flat 7, 5. So that's the first time the song steps out of diatonic. And now check out what happens. We're going to play the 4 chord, which is B flat, but it's going to be B flat minor. And now we've built a new key center, which is A flat. Yeah. You see how that's working, right? Because that's the 4 chord of A flat. So one more time, we're in F. And we're using our 4 chord, which is B flat. So, you know, F, G, A, B. In this case, it's B flat, right? So we're using that as a minor, right? So watch this. And now that has a dual functionality, and it's the 2 minor of A flat, right? So let's go from... Everybody knows where we're at in the song, right? Back to that minor, 2 minor. And now, look what happened there. I used C7 to get us back to F, right? And that gets us to the, right? again. So that's like taking pop tunes and like deconstructing them, especially like pop tunes like that have some really good stuff as far as melodic harmonic movement. Yeah, so again, like that's a great example of like using your 4 minor to transition you to a new key. Right, so now that functions from 4 minor in the old key, functions now as 2 minor in the new key. Oh, I hope I didn't get too cerebral there. Ooh, yeah. Brad says the RJM tuner is so sensitive. Yeah, it really is. Blues says he has to have a beer while he's changing strings. Man, I'm drinking this stuff so I can kind of get it going. Random songs, yeah, Jim. I mean, like it's truth. Like people are always asking about like learning tunes. It's like learning as many songs as possible. Like I grew up with like a lot of country. Hey, these strings don't want to play ball. Reagan Johnson says, do we have any specific exercises or songs that I remember practicing that helped me increase speed and accuracy? Or did I just really learn to play what I really learned to play what I like? But, you know, with that said, let's do this. Get you a little more guitar in there. So with that said, a lot of fiddle tunes. So those kind of things. Let's see. A lot of those Doc Watson licks. I mean, a lot of Bill Monroe tunes. That's a Tony Rice lick. I mean, I learned all that stuff just because I loved it. So, yeah, you know, learning it, learning the tunes that I like. Let's see what else. Man, yeah, learning pop tunes. Like, look at, like, one of my favorite ones is, I always play it. I love this song. Is Bob Seger, you know? Look at the first note of the melody. kind of things. Learning those pop tunes is really, really beneficial. You know, like learning the melody lines, yeah. So that's a cool way to look at major and minor being in the same song. So that's like F sharp. Now it's like an F sharp minor or A. Or it's like an A, but like you can use F sharp minor against it. And it's all like in the Rooster Alice change. And then look at the next section. You have to play B. Another one would be like, you remember that Sex and Candy? Look at the first verse. It's got B major. That's all like B major, and then it goes like B minor, and then so the chorus is in B minor. I'd actually say the chorus is in D because of this. Back to B major. There it is. And then G. So a song like that will really get you comfortable with playing in B major. Let's see. That's a cool melody line. So that's all descending chromatically, right? So if you're in B major, that melody line's built around the third. Now it goes to the fifth G. Major / B minor. So yeah, I mean, like I would just advise learning a ton of songs because that really like gets you used to like the functionality of harmony changing, right? From a scholastic standpoint, but you're hearing it within context of tunes that you know and that you love. And that burns it into your mind a lot more than anything else. But that's just me. You know. Yeah, Johnny J's asking about the, you know, the neo soul stuff. I mess with a little bit of that stuff, you know. But again, it just always goes back to songs. So like Johnny, I would take that. If I was working on neo soul stuff, I'd be like, I'd go old school. That's a cool chord. How would I change it? Yeah, like that. You know, trying to think my way through it as I do it. I guess that's the quintessential neo soul thing. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's see. Yeah. Daryl Smith wants some Mixolydian stuff. Yeah. Here's some cool stuff with Mixolydian that I've been working on. This might be this week's Woodshed. Is like looking at it not just from this shape right here. Not just looking at it at that point of view, right? So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. Right? You can look at it like this. Start taking stuff away. Like, check this one out. This is really cool. I'm only going to have 4 intervals. 1, 3, 4, 5. So there's no 7 in there. But it still sounds Mixolydian, right? Now, when I put the 7 in here, here's G. See how cool that is? And it's the same shape up here, look. Now it's the same here. Now here. And you can put the 7 in your pinky. You don't have to just think of it like... I always think of like the Southern rockisms for that, you know? God. I can normally do that with a whammy bar. That's pretty cool though. Sounds like a train. I can use that. Yeah, it's cool Mixolydianisms. All right, let's roll back up here and see what we got. Yeah, so what do you think of the advantages, disadvantages of 16 radius for my signature guitar? Never tried anything that flat. For me, it's about feeling like old Martins and mandolins. Yeah. They've got flatter fretboard radiuses, right? So for me, it's not about like being able to like whittly. Like I don't really care about that. I care about like how it feels on my right hand or my left hand. It's also good for bends. You know. That's like this little Sean Tubbs lick I picked up. One time. It's like. You see how much I'm working the third? Hello, France. Jack Pashment says hello. Yeah, Bob Brindle says like Mixolydian sounds like when the Saints go what? Yeah, and 38 Special. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Any tips on increasing fretting, hand dexterity, and finger independence? Fiddle tunes. Like every tip that I have always seems to go back to fiddle tunes. So learning all those tunes as a kid really is what helped me Don't steal Johnny Holland's train sound. Oh, Johnny, man. He sent me a message the other day. All right. Let's see. Roma says, hi, Andy. Do you ever sing sketch song ideas into your phone for quick? Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely do that. Asking if you put phone ideas, just sing them into your phone, hum them into your phone. Yeah, that's for sure. Mark says, Happy New Year. What am I running through? I'm running through a Bella and my pedal board, and that's it. Into the aux. Yeah. Johnny J says, really hitting the target notes. That's the thing, right? It's like you've got to be looking at the notes that will provide the color to the sound, to the tonality, right? Let me get this tune up one more time. This RJM tuner is really good, man. It's really, really sensitive. Really sensitive. Yeah, let's try that. I need to fix my labels on my board. They're kind of coming up. Can I name the fiddle tunes for Reagan Johnson? Yeah, let me just put a couple here in the chat for you. How's that? I would say Red Haired Boy, Jerusalem Edge, Whiskey Before Breakfast. What else did I play? I don't know. Start with those. Yeah, start with those. Reagan, just check that. Yeah. Let's see. Snugs says, missed getting to hear you jam since I've lived in Chicago for the past 6 years. Moved back to Knox recently, though. Yeah. Yeah, man. Do the woodshed. Do your woodshed, those blazing runs you do in groups, like in groups of 3, then 4, then 5. Maybe you have some secret magic soap for my hands to make this all possible. Yeah, Salt Creek. Jonathan Cordy. Yeah, yeah. Hey, John. How you doing, man? John's a great player, man. Really love his stuff. Yeah, Salt Creek's a good one because you can play it 2 ways. Or you play it like this. Playing the C there. That last tag was for Tony Rice. One more time. Rest in peace. Yeah, all of those kind of things really helped my picking hand more than anything. The bluegrass isms. What do I think about Danny Gatton? Man, he's great. Danny Gatton, you know, it's in other news, water's wet, you know. Yeah. Beaumont Rag is a good one. Yeah, Jay. Let me show you 2 variations of Beaumont Rag. The way that I play it is a little more like the Tony Rice O'Connor way. It's like got that little So here's the way that Trey plays it. Let me move right here. Trey plays it like that. One more time. And I play it like this. Sorry, let me play it clean. Or that's like the Trey way. So like of note, you have to kind of come in on that on. See that picking hand? And then my way. And I imply a 2-5-1. That. You know, have some fun with it. Okay. Salt Creek sounds much better in B. I don't know why it does. Alexander says that Salt Creek sounds better. I've never played it in B. I've always ever played Salt Creek in the key of A. Of course, right now I'm just playing everything in G because that's the bluegrass position for a lot of those tunes. You know? That's a great Brent Mason lick, by the way. Pretty sweet. He does it in one of the Travis Tritt solos where it's like something like that. Yeah. My other favorite is one more time. Some cool ear twisters there. Pretty cool. The cross picking does make it sound huge in Beaumont Rag. Add that sound too. Oh, sorry, there. Yeah, like blending a lot of that bluegrass thing with the chicken picking things. I like to do that, like blending those fiddle tune lines with that stuff. Makes it sound really cool to me. Really, really, really fresh. Q-Stick says, how picky are you with radius, scale, and length? I like Fender scale length. These are all just Fender scale length. With my guitars, pretty picky. I like flat because it feels like mandolin stuff. Jumbo frets, lowish action. I wouldn't say super low, but low. Well, that's a good tone right there. That's a little more like my Junktown tone. sorry, do one more time. There it was. Nice and clean. Scott Rubble says he's late. Nobody's late. Wizard arrives precisely when he means to. How much time per day is good to spend on fast stuff compared to other stuff when practicing? Don't think about any of that. I don't think about that at all. I think how much time of the day that I want to spend on working whatever it is that I want to work on. Like, that's far more beneficial than trying to segregate your practice into fast time, slow time. Like, I've never done that. So I feel like I would be ill-advising you if I said that you should spend this much on slow, this much on fast. That's never what I did. You know, I just always played it in, or just played songs. Alexander says, maybe because I heard the first Tony Rice Salt Creek version first. Let me see that. I'll say this, Alex. I think he does it in A. Let's check that real quick. I think Tony does it in A. I've got it on my phone here. Let's see. Salt Creek. Tony Rice. Yeah. There's Tony. Yeah, he's in A. Yeah. Tony is an A. So, yeah. I've never heard anybody do it in B. That'd be here. Hard to play that melody without any open strings. Yeah, but Tony does it A. But everybody plays it out of the G position. What's the Tony lick? That's it. Very Tony-esque. Alex says on the instructional video with Wyatt, he does capo 2 fret. Yeah, he's putting the capo on and playing out of G position. Does that make sense? Like, I don't have a capo when I need one. Yeah, imagine this with capo here. That. Human capo time, guys. Yeah, so you're doing a G position with the capo on the second fret. That makes it an A. So that's where he's at on the record that we just listened to. Yeah. So, yeah. What am I playing through right now, Jesse? Yeah, Will Barton just chimed in and said Tony definitely does an A. Yeah. Does an A. But it's out of the G position. So if you're not used to seeing a capo on the guitar, it would definitely be like, oh, he's doing it out of B. But it's out of A, like that. What's that lick, man? That pick it apart lick drives me crazy. Got any cool patterns for practicing quintuplets, septuplets, Nintendo stuff? Yeah, man, I think of all of that stuff not as all good, Alex. Yeah, it would be confusing if you're not used to seeing capo on. So yeah, I totally get that. So when think about those random sextuplets or whatever, like it depends if you're doing fives. It's what key are we in? Let's say D minor. fives. Those kind of things. I put them 2 notes per string to get them to sound like EJ. Yeah, so the way that I do that pick it apart thing is there's also a note of discrepancy. Let's talk about pick it apart for 2 seconds. The lick over the B flat. So when I play it slow, I alternate pick it. And when I play it fast, I hybrid it. So the note in question is on the... I think he's playing this live. And he plays this on the record. So I don't know if one of them was just to sauce it up live, but the American Music Shop, he definitely plays A flat. On live, the record, it sounds like he plays an A. Like that. There it is. And then with the A flat. So yeah. Yeah. Mesa Pacheco? I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry. It says, Happy New Year. Right now, what pedals are you using for that tone? Is it my prototype lead pedal? This is a combination of just, this is my signature compressor. It's also an RC booster and a BB preamp. All just kind of dropped in, you know? This is without the compressor, though. The compressor is the secret sauce. With the BB preamp off, with the compressor off, with compressor on. You see how much I'm lifting the signal with the compressor. Compressor on. For the Joe Bonamassa question, any Kingfish Joe Bonamassa runs that I like? Yeah, I like the way Bonamassa will play. Let's take Key of A. One more time. It's like 6s or 5s right there. Joe will wind it up with this. Like that. That's the transition. That's why I'm trying to stop and focus for you. A cool Joe-ism. Another one might be starting it with like this. Very, very much that thing. I also like the way Joe will do these kind of like those things are cool. As far as verb and delay, no pedals. It's just the universal audio aux, the load box delay. Eric Johnson licks? Yeah. You know, that kind of thing. Definitely maybe this. And then what's he do? better. So whatever. Yeah, some EJS. Let's see. Too wet makes it sound thin. Okay, cool. Big into Aaron Marshall's playing lately. Yeah, Aaron's a good player. He doesn't bend hardly at all. That dude's always about like. My dogs are going crazy. He's a slidey boy. He loves those kind of things. Yeah. Let's see. Do you have any licks to focus on the dexterity and the precision for the ring and pinky finger? Just playing music that would involve it. Maybe just swapping out fingers. Some of that stuff. So I never, hang on. This keeps jumping around. So Steve here says, never used a compressor. Do I use it with high gain stuff too? Also, how can Matteo Mancuso play like that with his fingers? I don't know. I don't know how he does this. So I'm the wrong guy. Maybe ask him. He's incredible. I don't see how he gets that articulation. Like I try to get the articulation by picking hand. I don't know how he does it. This is as much gain as I'll use with the compressor. I don't consider this high gain at all. Because listen. Right? That's as much gain as I've got. I'm just noodling around. I got off topic because I just started noodling. When I go to high gain, I don't use, like, here's my highest gain. I don't use any compressor with that. It doesn't need it. It's already ripping enough. I don't know, stupidity. Silliness. Let's see. What did Jeff say? You use any Van Halen licks? Yeah, I actually do a lot. I use Van Halen stuff a lot more when those kind of things, because that's where I lifted it from. Or like a lot of that kind of thing is where I get Van Halenisms. Or the those kind of things that I guess he got from Hendrix maybe, or Clapton. Yeah, Daniel says, is your amp recorded plugged in through an audio interface? It is. I'm using the Apollo. And how do I get a good sound when I'm recording an online video? Open up Logic or GarageBand and record your audio while you video and then sync it in iMovie. KX Rock says the Serenity Wood pedal is on sale now. Yeah, and here it is. Here's the tone without the comp. With the comp. See how much is boosting the tone? That's how I get those tones for those ballads on my records. Or like that song. To me, have you ever had a chance to play with Paul Gilbert? Yeah, we did a show in California together. It was really, really, really fun. CD Punk says he's going to copy my Iron Man guitar for a Kiesel build, just letting me know. Or, right, you could just get the Iron Man guitar, because that's what I do. By the way, I haven't had a chance to say this, but thank you guys. Hang on. I'm typing something in the chat here. I'm doing a fundraiser right now. And crap, it didn't chat. Here we go. So I'm doing a fundraiser right now. And all of the proceeds go to Second Harvest Food Bank to help feed those in need. The holidays are always tough for those companies. Those organizations because they put together these meals for everyone and that's in need, and these folks are having a hard time. So I wanted to do a fundraiser, and the fundraiser is going really well. It ends on the 15th. Hey, I'm helping you out, Punk. I'm helping you out, CD Punk. Go to andywoodmusic.com/donate. If you donate any money, $10 is the minimum. Donate $10 to my fundraiser for Second Harvest, and that'll enter you in a drawing. I'm giving away one of the Iron Man guitars, brand new Iron Man guitar. Giving away a pedal of your choice. That's in my Instagram story. You can go check it out there, where you choose a pedal from the open chord inventory. I'm giving away a Jackson Audio Bloom. I'm giving away a Gator case and a Rev G3 pedal. We're at right around, let me check and see what it is at right now. It should be around 17,000. And when we hit 20,000, that's my goal. I'm checking right now to see what this is. Give me a second. We're at 17,371 for Second Harvest. And we're giving away that Iron Man guitar right there, which is brand new, low mileage, AC blows cold. So yeah, go jump in there and donate. Here's the way it's going to work. One winner doesn't win everything. The guy that wins the guitar is not eligible for the other 4 prizes, right? So we're giving away in that order. We're giving away the guitar, the pedal, that way when you win, you're out, right? You're out of the drawing. That way one guy can't win like all of it, right? So it's really a good organization, and as you see when you go to the donate page, I don't see the money at all. It doesn't pass through my business. It doesn't pass through my LLC. It goes straight to Second Harvest Food Bank. So there's no like sketchy, squirrely stuff about like that Andy guy. He's a jerk, But yeah, donating to help those out. Big love to American Music Supply. They're the ones donating that Jackson Audio Bloom, which is really cool, man. It's like a $400 pedal. Big love to Open Chord for helping us with the pedal of your choice thing. Gator cases, one of the really nice thick gig bag gator cases, giving away one of those. Yeah, the link, Bob, is the fundraiser, andywoodmusic.com/donate. If you scroll up in the chat, you'll see it. And man, to you guys who have donated, freaking you rule, dude. My original goal was 10,000 and you blew through that in a day. And then I bumped it to 15,000 and gave away another and added another thing. And then we hit 20, we're going to give away something else. So I'm going to keep elevating all the prizes just as it keeps going. We've got till January 15th, and I know we can hit 20 grand. I know it. Like, I know there's enough people out there. And what's awesome is, you know, seeing the community come together for some good stuff like this. Like, that means so much to me. And it gets you a chance to win a freaking serve for $10 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, even if you donated $500, your chances are increased every time with the increasing of the money, right? So $10 gets you one chance, $50 gets you 5 chances. Put your name in the random number generator. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like RNGs, but that's what we're using. We're using a random number generator, and we're just gonna put everybody's name in there with their dollar amount that they donated, and then that's how many chances that they have in the RNG. So yeah, I can't believe it took me that long to say it. And you can tell I'm just kind of getting started here today. Yeah, but much love to you guys for helping me do this. Like, that's freaking so cool. Yeah. Daniel Diamore, I'm just using an Audio-Technica right now. I've got an SM7 on the way. This should help. But it's just Audio-Technica, and I'm using Recording Direct. I use Steve, that adds us to Steve Dipko. He's saying that, I record the Axifx stereo, and I record the aux out of SPDIF, so it's stereo too, if you know what I'm talking about with SPDIF. When is my distortion pedal coming out? March! I can say it out loud now. So it's coming in March. I can't say the name yet, but yeah, looks like March is it. Not Your Brother says, trying to learn some of the Flooded Mind. Super fun tune, but challenging. Any quick tips on that? Yeah, Flooded Mind. So that's Flooded Mind. And the top of it is very Dixie Dregs inspired. Like trying to get that southerny kind of twang out of those notes. I'm using hybrid playing for those, by the way. All double stops. And that's kind of like moving around the rock and roll power chords, but leaving the G open. Kind of adds some cool color to it. Now the second part's the hardest. It's the... So that's like built around that Merle Haggard working man thing. Be sassy with it. This is where the chords start moving in syncopation. I'll do it one more time. So that's it. Something like that. how I do the tag. A little sloppy. Yeah, cool. All right. Thanks for donating. Halen Licks. Yeah, man. I haven't played it forever. Yeah, Al is awesome. Those are kind of the Al rhythms. Yeah, Al rules, dude. Yeah, man. John Boudreau says the audio quality is great. Thank you so much. Definitely spent the time in lockdown to improve this scenario for you guys. So you guys will have better stream, man. It's all about y'all. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll open up the floor here. Looks like I've been rambling on for hour and 45 minutes. Why don't I just open up the floor for some questions here, and we'll go from there. Much love to you guys who've dropped any beer money into the super chat. I saw a couple of things. S. Hodges, thank you for the $20. The crispy high fives. Love that. Love to see that. Let's see. What else? What else do I need to say? Patreon, if you guys are interested in like really exclusive video lessons, I do an exclusive once a week class on Patreon on Wednesdays, and it's really fun. It's like these streams, but way smaller. Like there's only like 10 people in there. So there's a Zoom link, and you can join in with the class. That's all available through my Patreon, which is right here. Let's see. Hang on. And if you're in the subs that are $25 a month, you can join in. You get all the video content, you get all the Q&A, and you get the weekly masterclass. So for $25 a month, you get one class a week with me, which is pretty good considering that my one-on-one lessons are $100. So TV5150 says, "Bye, Satch Trucci. Where have you been, man? I've been making records, dude. Jump over to that Spotify." Yeah. Anything else? Do you run a clean amp or always dial in some? Yeah, here's my amp. This is nothing but the amp. That's it. Comp. So you can tell the meat of the body of the tones coming from that compressor. And then when I add in the BB preamp, well, when you take away the comp, back in. The reverb's provided from the aux. Let me get the iPad to turn it off. One-on-one, Bernie Deuce. You can just message me on Instagram, or you can email me, andy@andywoodmusic.com. Let me see if I can turn off the reverb for you guys. Apparently you don't want to hear no reverb. Give me just a second, and I run everything from my iPad as far as the aux goes, which is really cool. It's a really cool feature. So here is no delay and no reverb. Oh, sorry. It didn't turn it off. So sorry. No delay, no reverb. Yeah, every pedal's in front of the bellows. You know, trying to be real clean with that. Verb. And then some delay. There you have it. I may have misunderstood you. It looks like, yeah, sorry, Fit to Praise. I'm sorry. I did misunderstand you. I use the Bella that doesn't have the reverb circuit in it. I don't like the reverb circuit as much because I just don't use it, you know? Yeah, probably 5150. I'm a big Larry Carlton and Steve Lukather fan, so you probably heard all kinds of licks like that in there. Let's see. Every pedal in front of the Bella. The one with no reverb sounds like an episode of Friends. Yeah, exactly. That's funny. Oh, nice. You ordered a Nick Johnson Strat. That's cool. I love Nick. He's a good buddy. I haven't spent any time on extended range guitars outside of using a baritone here or there. I'm actually going to get a baritone for like the low, you know, this kind of thing. Like where it's like I'm doing, hang on, like. Like I'd love to have that on a low B. Just, yeah, that'd be cool. So I'm definitely getting one of those. What else? Spend any time. Would love to be able to afford a Sir hum single Strat style guitar, but I'm married, father of two. Kids are expensive. Yeah, no doubt. Check out Open Chord Music in Knoxville. Right now they have 2 Sir Strats on sale for like it's like a first of the year sale. And I don't know how long they're going to be there, but I think they're like $2,200. Like they're super cheap. Don't quote me on that exact price, but I remember going in there and I was like, "Wait, is this like a legit?" It's like the Jeff Beck banana color, like that really old school yellow, and I think it's like $2,200 or $2,300. It's like mega cheap for a Sir. So yeah, Open Chord Knoxville. If you could only have 2 electric guitars, what would they be? It would be this one right there, and this one right here. Third place is the Iron Man, and the only reason is this one just came out with like this one just happens to sound a little better than the Iron Man. It didn't have anything to do with the paint or anything, and just this one's got a little more bite in the low end. The Iron Man one does a better Tom Petty though. It does a much better like what's the guy's name, Mike, that played with Tom Petty. It sounds more like that. This one sounds more country, Brent Mason-y. Have I got to play the Rev Mark III? I don't think so. I think Ben's got it. I want to say Ben did a video for it. I'm not sure. Let's see. Anything else, guys? Man, Thank you guys. I'm looking at the stats here, and we've had over 110 people watching the entire time, which is really cool. Yeah, this is torched ash. It's very lightly torched, you know, to where it's not like ingrained like those sandblasted ones. What's my take on ambient tones? I'll give you a couple kind of ambient things that I like. I like this. Yeah. Isn't that nice? You know? I like things where it doesn't get too in the way of the guitar. Yeah, something like that'd be cool. Yeah. So I think that kind of thing is really fun to play on. You know. That's without it. So yeah, am I into classical playing fingerstyle? Yeah, I love that stuff. You know, I don't really play that style, but I love to hear guys do it. I'm not really like this kind of guy. I hybrid pick a lot. Jackson says chicken picking style with pick or fingers only. I use both, so it's hard to. Looks like Ben Eller has joined the party right here at the very end. Very nice. Do you have center approach to writing solos, or do you just let it rip and see where it ends up? That's funny. Ben engineered Junktown. Usually I try to just get a good day where I'm playing halfway decent and take 2 or 3, 4 swings at a solo, front of this one, back of that one, kind of how I like to work, maybe punch in one line. But in general, I want to get a good idea. I don't really like lay out my solos. Like, I don't write my solos, if that's what you're asking. That's not how I like to work. Yeah, Ben, you guys, if some of the more shreddy stuff on the album wouldn't have happened had Ben not been in the studio. Like, I was trying to like bring the shred levels down, and Ben was like, "No, man, keep that take. It's got more notes in it." Let's see. Ben does know the power of the Mark III. I think that's the amp that he's got. Yeah. Oh, cool. Kamal says the collab with Tyler, Music Is Win, was really good. Thanks, man. Yeah, I thought it was cool that he reached out. Can you shred a Fender Tele? I can, but I'd rather shred this because it's better. I mean, I sound like, company man saying that, but this is the guitar of my dreams because I designed it. It's like, this is the heel joint that I wanted, and this is how I wanted a guitar to be. So, I mean, especially things like the ashtray being cut down. There's no sides on the ashtray and things like that. It's just like, for me, it's a better guitar. A Tinder Felly. Yeah. So I guess one more time, thanks for hanging out, and thanks for hitting up that donate feature. Let me flip this back up to where I'm not just like looking. There we go. Thanks for hitting that donate feature on the Andy Wood Music for the fundraiser. We're trying to hit that 20 grand. Again, it enters you to win one of these guitars, some pedals, and some gig bags and all that stuff. So yeah, the andywoodmusic.com/donate for the fundraiser. Yeah. See, what's the longest you go without playing your guitar? Do you ever take a break? Yeah, I mean, like, I usually try to play every day at some point. Jackson, is there any tips to achieve your chicken picking technique? Yeah, I actually did a course with TrueFire. You can get it on my website, andywoodmusic.com, in the lessons section. So go over there, and if you're looking for tones, you can buy the tones. You can buy all my tones on the Axfx page in the store. Yeah, so there's all the things that you'd want as far as lessons, backing tracks. Like if you want the backing track to Flooded Mine, or if you want the tablature, if you want like say you're working on chicken picking, maybe you get Smoke Wagon and get the tabs on the website. There's a bundle where you get the tabs, the song, and the backing track. So, thanks, Punk. The big thing was like making sure that from 30 feet it just looked like a Telecaster and it didn't look weird. And the other thing was making sure that there was no space between the neck pickup and the fretboard. Jason, Live at the Bijou will be back up available on my website. I think it's on iTunes. I don't know if it's on DVD or Blu-ray. My nose is itching so bad. But yeah, you should, it'll be up soon. I think it'll be up. Yeah. After the fundraiser. I don't know what is in my nose. It's getting so bad to me. I feel like this is like the last scene of Scarface or something. There'd be white powder everywhere. Jason is asked about the Bijou. And then Thomas Moore says, thoughts on the Terraform. That is on my board right now. Love the Terraform. It's really good. Tabs are for us illiterates. You got it, Pooh. Tabs are available on the website with the backing tracks, Axfx tones, all that stuff. Fit to Praise says Apple TV has it. So yeah, a lot of places to snag stuff. If you ever forget where something's at, you can just go to andywoodmusic.com. Literally everything is on that page. So, all right, guys. Thank you all so much. Yeah. And then keep an eye on Twitch. If anybody in the room is into video games, I'm starting my Twitch channel. I've actually got a meeting here in a few minutes. with my web designer, and he's going to tie a lot of things together. So we'll be doing gaming at night on the Twitch channel because I game all the time. I figured might as well make it an environment where we can all hang out. Don't know the price on that mic. But cheers, Jason. Cheers to everyone in the chat, and thank you to those in the super chat that donated a little beer money. I really appreciate you guys. So we'll see y'all soon. I'm going to be streaming a lot more. So yeah, now that we got this, you guys let me know in the feedback, email or whatever, how things look and sound and that kind of thing. And then, more streams coming soon. I love to do this. So thank you guys for hanging out. Cheers, everyone.